Hi all. We're going to try this again. If you're just joining us, my name is Jill Moorhead. I'm coming to you live from Lumberton, North Carolina. I am a team leader on our HLR team, which is Humanitarian Leadership and Response. And like I said, I'm coming from Lumberton, North Carolina, where Mercy Corps is programming on the ground to support survivors of Hurricane Florence. And I'm being joined now by Daphne Gall and Anna Stork from LuminAID. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody tuning in for bearing with us while we figured out the technology again. It was giving us a hiccup. So, Anna, can you tell us a little bit more about LuminAID and about the product that Mercy Corps is distributing?
Yeah, I'd love to. So, LuminAID was founded by my business partner and I, Andrea Sreshta, in 2010. Right after the Haiti earthquake, we were in school and we decided to design a lightweight portable light that could be easily shipped in disaster situations. So, we started to sell it to retail stores, to consumers, just as an emergency kit product for their home. And then also we had the opportunity to work with great organizations like Mercy Corps. And we were on Shark Tank in 2015, which really helped us catapult our business and raise awareness for what we're doing. So with Mercy Corps, for the Hurricane Florence aftermath, we're distributing the PackLite Hero, which is our brightest, highest performing lantern. So it inflates like this, it packs up like this, and there's just a solar panel and LEDs. And so the idea is that it diffuses the light like a lantern. And then this one also has a phone charger. So you plug in your phone just like this, and then your phone will start to charge. So it has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery.
Uh-oh.
Charger, which is really useful. Can you still hear us? We got an incoming call.
Yeah, it just, oh, okay. I was like, it froze for a second, but you're back.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave it to Daphne, who heads up our nonprofit partnerships here at LuminAID, and she's going to ask you some questions about the amazing things your teams are doing on the ground right now. So here's Daphne.
Thanks, Anna.
Great.
Yeah, so Jill, I'd love to have you tell the viewers a little bit more about Mercy Corps, and in particular what Mercy Corps is doing right now, responding to Hurricane Florence.
Yeah, so Mercy Corps is an international relief and development agency. We're in over 40 countries worldwide. Typically, when we're responding to disasters, my team and Mercy Corps is responding to disasters internationally. However, with climate change and more and larger storms hitting the U.S., we are also doing U.S. domestic response. We responded in Hurricane Harvey last year. We responded in Puerto Rico to Hurricane Maria, and now we're here in North Carolina responding to Hurricane Florence. So,
yeah, and we're very excited to be able to partner with you on this. For a little bit of background, we've been partnering with Mercy Corps for the past week on a campaign to sponsor our PackLite Hero Supercharger, which is the product that Anna just showed you all, so that we can send these to Mercy Corps' team for distribution in North Carolina. So far, we've been able to ship 1,000 units, and those were sponsored both by Amazon as well as by consumers on LuminAID.com and other corporate partners. Jill, can you tell us a little bit about how light and power are needs after a disaster like Hurricane Florence, and why the PackLite Hero is a good solution in this case?
absolutely. And I think this happened both after, well, I know it happened after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, and also here, the hurricane knocked out power for a lot of people. In North Carolina, during the height of Hurricane Florence, it knocked out power to over 1 million people. And the power companies have been working extremely hard to try to get that power turned back on. And I think right now, the only power not on is in houses that are still flooded. And that's something people may not know. This is still an active flooding situation. There are people that are currently being evacuated in South Carolina because there's new flooding happening there. And so one of the main things that products like the PackLite Hero is helping us do is provide people not only with access to light when power isn't available, but also the ability to charge a cell phone. So without a cell phone, people can't call emergency services. They can't let loved ones know that they're okay. So it's really important in an emergency that people have the ability to communicate. And this is something that lets us do that.
Where has Mercy Corps been responding in North Carolina and surrounding states so far?
Yeah, so I have done some emergency assessments. Originally, I was up in Craven County in the New Bern area. I came down through Jacksonville and Wilmington, and we have settled in Robeson County in Lumberton, North Carolina. This is an economically vulnerable area, and one of the most economically vulnerable areas in the country, actually. And they were hit particularly hard 2 years ago with Hurricane Matthew, and people were just starting to recover from that. I met one lady who just was back in her home, and now her home has flooded again with Hurricane Florence.
Mm-hmm. Are you hearing any stories from either the volunteers or hurricane survivors who've been given these PackLite Hero lanterns on how they're using them?
Yeah, we've distributed it in quite a few different places. We distributed some through our partner Team Rubicon on the ground to first responders who had lost power during the storm. And we've responded, we gave 150 to the mayor of a town called Havelock. And he had said the day before there were 5,000 people in his county without power. 4,000 of them were in his town. And as soon as we gave him them, he put them in the back of his pickup truck and went to hand deliver them himself in some of his most hard hit neighborhoods. And then we've provided some in shelters, because even though the shelter had power, there were over 200 people in the shelter. They just didn't have enough outlets for everyone to be able to charge their phones so that they could keep up to date. And a lot of people, I mean, even if they didn't have power, it can be expensive to buy batteries or to pay gas to run your car to try to charge your cell phone. So even if people have power, the ability to charge your cell phone using this is like so helpful.
That's really good to know, that, you know, in all of these different scenarios, like the product has been helpful. What other types of aid is Mercy Corps distributing right now?
So Mercy Corps is in the process. We haven't been able to distribute it yet, but we're hoping to be able to start next week. We have a global partnership with MasterCard as well, and we will be looking at distributing prepaid MasterCard debit cards so that while people are waiting for other hurricane assistance to come up online, they're able to buy some of their immediate needs that is specific to their family.
What types of populations are going to be most vulnerable after a disaster like this?
So especially in a disaster like a hurricane or flooding where people need to evacuate, elderly children are typically very vulnerable, persons with disabilities, people who have low income, because if they can't afford a car or a vehicle or transportation to try to evacuate or evacuate quickly as floodwaters begin to rise, they become very vulnerable and they may not have a place to go. Even if they know they need to evacuate and they have a car, they may not have anywhere else to go. And so these people are particularly vulnerable, and that's who Mercy Corps targets for assistance.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really impressed by all the work that you're doing. For those of you who are tuning into the video, feel free to ask any questions for both LuminAID and Mercy Corps in the comments, and our teams will review them and respond. Jill, how can viewers support Mercy Corps' efforts?
You can do that through our website. It's www.mercycorps.org. And there's a donate button right on the page, or you can add /donate in the address, and it'll take you right to our page.
That's
and we
awesome.
really appreciate all of the support that our individual donors give to us, because without our partners and our donors, we wouldn't be able to do the work that we do. And so really it's because of all of you that we're able to even be here at all. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I have to say the same thing from the LuminAID side. It has been amazing just to see all the support that's coming in for this partnership. You know, we have a campaign page up on our website right now where contributors can sponsor a lantern to go towards Mercy Corps' relief efforts. That's going to be available at LuminAID.com, LuminAID, /Mercy Corps. And we've had a ton of support from both individual contributors as well as corporate partners, the biggest corporate partner being Amazon. What are the other partners that Mercy Corps has been assisted by in this relief effort?
Sure. So there's Amazon, LuminAID, UPS Foundation shipped all of the lanterns for free, and that was really, really helpful. We've received financial support from Xylem and JP Morgan Chase, so we really appreciate that. We're partnering on the ground with Team Rubicon, World Central Kitchen, or I should say we're working with Team Rubicon, World Central Kitchen, and also Airlink. With the Partnership for Humanity, flew several of our team members out here for at no cost to the organization, which means more of our funding for this is going directly to the people who need it. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So for those of you who want to support this, links to both of our organizations' websites are in the comments. For Mercy Corps, you can donate directly to them, and for LuminAID, you can sponsor a PackLite Hero for $35. That's at luminaid.com/mercycorps. Thank you so much, Jill. This has been really awesome. And it's so exciting too to be able to bring a partner in from the field for a live update for everyone. We're really excited to hear more about the impact here, and also just very grateful for everything that you're doing and that the Mercy Corps team is doing. For those of you who have comments, please ask them on Facebook and we'll respond. And you can also visit luminaid.com and mercycorps.com. Thank you so much, and it's really been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you to LuminAID, and thank you to all of you watching. We appreciate it. Have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, it's been really great. Send a light. Thank you.